beautiful and wonderful souls around the world. How are you today? Thank you for being here with me again. And today, we're going to talk about the thing that affects a lot of people globally. And this is the virus. How can we help ourselves during this crisis? Because a lot of people are affected by this physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. So how can we help ourselves during this time? Okay, so we're going to open this beautiful gift box right here, and we'll see what this gift box can offer for us today. Okay, so how can we help ourselves physically during this crisis? Well, physically is we have to make sure that we do proper hygiene, like washing ourselves, taking a bath, cleaning our surroundings, of course. I know we do this every day, but we have to be very extra careful during this time because of the threat is here, and we have to be very vigilant. So that's what we should do. And second is we have to avoid going to crowded places, like when we go somewhere and like in grocery shopping maybe, and we don't really need it, so just avoid going there. Just use up all the stuff that you have at home, and if you really need something, then that's the time that you have no choice, you have to go, but you have to make sure you have to protect yourself by avoiding touching stuff that's not. If you touch something, then you have to wear some gloves, especially when at work. You know, when you're at work, you have to protect yourself and the people around you by wearing the proper personal protective equipment. What are those? Those are the gloves, the mask, the goggles, and we have to avoid touching our face, like our mouth, our nose, and our eyes, because those are the entryways of the virus. So we have to do that. But like in my case, like in my workplace, I'm not really required to wear mask and goggle, and thank God I'm not wearing that because I'm not comfortable wearing that at all. So I make sure I have the gloves, and I have, after I use the gloves, I make sure that I put that in the proper place, like in a garbage can, and wash my hand. And after that, I dry my hand and wear another gloves for the next things that I have to touch. And second is we have to make sure that we have, of course, we have to boost our immune system. How can we boost our immune system? Like for me, I make sure that I eat healthy food, like the colorful foods. I make sure I have lots of fruits and vegetable at home, and I have that, like the colorful one, like the greens, especially the greens. And I have in the morning I enjoy my drink with honey and cinnamon. And I also make sure I have lots of herbs and spices with my food. Like I put like a lot of garlic, a lot of ginger, like onion or turmeric, something like that, and chili. That help a lot because cinnamon, honey, like that are for infection. So at least it help you get rid of that. And I have a very special one that I drink to boost my immune system. Like I have a very special supplement that I drink that help me not just my immune system but my overall health. And I'm thankful that I found that one too. And like lots of vitamin C also, and a special water, a lot of water, not just tap water or something like that. And I'm not, right away I can feel when I drink tap water, I can smell the chlorine and whatever chemicals they put in there to protect you not to be sick by like the bacteria and the virus, but you know, the chemical is going in your body. So I am thankful that I found also a product that the man made for the people, which is the machine from Japan, and I use that, and it helped me and my children because before they're always sick. And as a mom, you are like helpless at the middle of the night when your son wake up. Like my son wake up and I'm, mom, I can't breathe, and like, what can I do? Like I feel like I want to take what his illness and just take it, because me, I can take it, I can endure it, but for 3-year-old, 2-year-old kids, it's hard for them to take it. So that thing helped me a lot, and until now, it helped us a lot. So that's just very important. So proper hygiene, avoid crowded places, wear proper protective, personal protective equipment, and boost your immune system by eating healthy foods like really all colors, like the colorful one. Um, have some herbs and some spices that help you also, and also have some very good supplement that can help your health, like health body, especially your immune system, and a lot of water, and not just ordinary water, but healthy water, like the one that I use. Okay, so those are the first one that we can help ourselves boost our immune system and help ourselves physically. And the second one is how can we help ourselves mentally? Because I, when I opened my social media, I saw a lot of people like so worried and scared, and we post a lot of things about this virus, about this thing going on, like magnify it. Like we know that the threat is there, but we don't have to magnify it. It's the more that we put our energy into it, the more that it will grow, the more that it will become bigger. So that's why I remember the quote when I was walking around the seawall going to Granville Island, and I saw this like a sign. It's a sign that says, "Why worry? Why worry?" So that was like a big like question for me when I see that, because I'm like, why worry? And I think about it, and I said, yeah, why worry when you can do something about it? Do it, right? And if you cannot do something about it, then why torture yourself? Why worry? Because you can't do anything about it anyway. Then why you have to like torture yourself mentally? So that's why we have to make sure that we are not paranoid. Okay. So I know the threat is there. We already do our part. We do something like protect ourselves, like boost our immune system, wear proper personal protective equipment, and like we do our part. Some of the part we don't have to worry about that anymore because it's not under our control. We cannot do anything about it. And if we keep worrying about it, the more that we get sick, because stress is one of the number one cause of all illness. And if we are so stressed too much, then we end up sick. So why we have to do that? So avoid that. If you can do something about it, do it. If you cannot, then don't worry about it. Just enjoy life. Enjoy life. Okay? So because our mind can do a lot. Use the power of our mind on our advantage, not on our defeat. Because sometimes, we worry too much and we use our mind. You know how powerful our mind is. We have to use that to our advantage. Okay? So enjoy. Just enjoy. If you do your part, something that it's not under your control, then you can't do anything about it. All you have to do is just enjoy it and protect yourself. Okay. Third one is how can we help ourselves emotionally? So because of we are too scared of this thing that's going on, that it's happening, we see the reality. People are all like wearing masks, and people become paranoid. We have to make sure that we also have to not too affected with that emotionally, because it will affect us and it will drain us too. Like you don't have to be paranoid, because sometimes when we see the thing, it goes to our head, we're scared. We become so scared that we become too paranoid and we panic. So don't panic, because you have to that it's there, but you already did your part. All you have to do now is use the power of belief to your advantage. A lot of organizations are using this. Like, there are even, I have some, like you go and pray and you believe that you are this thing that you pray come to you, or there are even some other organization that they like really eat something poisonous or eat something venomous, that it's very venomous, and even they walk on fire, but they believe in themselves. They believe that they're protected, so that's why they don't die, because that's how they use the power of belief, especially during this crisis. We have to use that to our advantage, not to our disadvantage. And the fourth one is how we can help ourselves financially. Okay, so me, what I did was I used to buy stuff that I don't need, so I refrain from doing that, and I only buy the things that I need, especially the food and the supplement that is really helped me during this crisis. And also, I used up the one that I have in my cupboard, because we buy a lot of stuff and we just stock it, and now this is the time that we can use it before it expires, right? So we have to use the stuff that we already have in our house, because it's good for us. They declutter our stuff, and even before, I always buy stuff that I don't need, and it end up like a clutter, and I even think it's a garbage, because I'm like, it occupy a lot of my space, and I don't even have place for me to like enjoy and relax, because everything are stuck everywhere. So use that during this season, during this crisis, because it's good. We have to clean up our, not just our mind, but also our surroundings with all of this stuff. And also, I know there's the government is trying to help us too during this crisis. Like you can visit the government website to check what are there that in place for those who are displaced, and especially those who can't go to work, and also the most important is, don't look at this as a problem, but look at this as an opportunity for you to do something, because this thing happened for a reason. This not happen just to give you to penalize you, but this happened for a reason. So look at it that way, and look for a better, like what I did, like before this happened, because I know that it's coming. So I already prepare myself that just in case my employer cannot take me anymore, or there's no job out there, because I know most of the employer are filing bankruptcy, because if they can survive with this, then they can take you. If they can't, then you have no choice, and you don't have choice. So now is the perfect time for you to think about a better one, like starting your own business. And I have one that I know that I can help you with that. If you're interested, just let me know. And also, just enjoy life. This thing that's going on right now is temporary. So look at it always as an opportunity. So those are the things that we can help ourselves during this crisis. And I want you to always enjoy life. Enjoy life. This is heaven on earth. Even this thing are going on, this thing happened for a reason. Okay? So thank you for being here with me today. And I hope that I help you during this crisis.